Money! Now that I have your attention, keep watching. What's up guys, it's Avery here. My watch says that it's January 4th, and so I finished all of my accounting for 2021, and I know exactly how much money I made that year. So in today's video, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. And if you're new to the channel, I normally talk about personal finance, as well as investing in real estate, and hopefully this video can give you some ideas for some income streams, some passive, some a little bit more active that you may be wanting to pursue this year. So go ahead, scroll down, give this video a like so I can humbly tell you about all of the money I made last year. A fair warning before we start the video, these numbers are going to be gross income, which means they have not yet been taxed and there are no expenses taken out from them. But feel free, go ahead, leave a comment, tell everyone I'm a huge joke and I'm not actually netting any profit. I would love it for my engagement for this YouTube channel. It would only help. The first place that I'm going to talk about where I got a majority of my money and netted the most amount of my money, not necessarily the biggest gross income number, would be my job. And my job, I get a salary of $86,500 plus a 10% bonus. But the last time that I got paid in 2021 was on December 23rd, right before Christmas. So I still had about a week left of payments that won't get paid out until 2022. So I'm not going to include that. But the total amount was $95,480.22, which wasn't too shabby for the job that I have. I get to work from home. I'm a data analyst and I definitely don't mind doing that job. The next source of income that I'm going to talk about and where I made some more money would be through personal coaching, speaking events, as well as group coaching. I never actually did any group coaching in 2021, but it is something I offer. And if you want to go ahead, check out on my website if you're interested in doing coaching with me, or if you're someone who's interested in a speaking series, that's something I've had experience with. And from that business, I made approximately $4,700. Again, pre-tax gross income. I had some expenses that I also incurred, but it wasn't a crazy amount of money. My one-on-one coaching isn't really something that I hype up a lot or talk to people about a lot. Typically, if someone DMs me or messages me, I will most likely answer their question, not in total full depth, but usually will send them along one of my videos to try to answer their question so I can get some more watch time and more views. But it's something that I'm hoping to drive a little bit more in this coming year with more speaking events, as well as hopefully getting people to join my Patreon. I have a monthly membership where we can do monthly Zoom calls that get recorded, or another tier where you can DM me as many questions as you want and I'll answer them, or a supporter tier. So if that sounds cool to you and you like my channel and you want to talk to me a little bit more or get more in-depth help and you want to do one-on-one coaching or you want to do some group stuff, go ahead, reach out to me on my website, which I'll put in the description below, or go ahead, check out my Patreon, which is also in the description below. Next, I'm going to talk about my rental income, which was my highest gross income for 2021. And there's actually a lot of numbers here, and I have them all written down in my notebook, so I'm going to talk about those. And it's mainly because in the first half of 2021, I had different rents than the second half of 2021. I as well was living in one of the units of one of the properties and moved out, so that changed a lot of the numbers throughout the year, so it's not just one standard calculation. So at my duplex, the first property that I ever purchased, at the first half of the year, I had $2,880 from one unit, $1,500 from the other, which would have netted me $21,900 from 5 months. And then the second 7 months, the $1,500 turned into $1,800, so I was getting $2,880 and $1,800, and that was $32,760. So that duplex brought me in $54,660 last year. And then I also had the 3-family, which I lived in at the beginning of the year for about 6 months. Maybe it was 7 months, I can't remember. Actually, no, it was 6 months. And so I was getting $1,800 and $1,550 from the other units that I wasn't living in, which would have netted me $20,100 from that first half of the year. And then after I moved out, I was getting $1,800 from the unit that I moved into, but the first month I gave them half off for $900 because they were only moving in halfway through the month. And then the other unit was still $1,550, and then the other upstairs unit that was getting $1,800 before was now $2,000. So $1,800, $1,550, $2,000 minus that $900 would get me to $31,200. And if you add those two numbers together, in total, $51,300 from my 5 units of rental property, which is not too bad. So that total there is $105,960. Again, gross income. There were mortgages, expenses, and many other things that had to be taken into account in order to get to that actual profit or cash flow number. And then the other little bit of income that I received from my properties was some self-storage income. I've been using this website called Acorn Packs, which is most likely going to shut down fairly soon, but they were starting to start the idea of Airbnb, but for self-storage. One of my friends that I met at a networking event, and I was receiving $35.37 every single month, and a portion of that was going to the hosting website, so they were paying $50 a month, and I got $35.37, so that's $424.22. It really wasn't a major amount of income, but totally passive and an easy way to set something up if you have a lot of extra space in your house and you want to just rent out storage. People are always willing to pay for storage, and in the 2 years or year that I've had this now, I have barely or not even heard from this person whatsoever, and they've paid on time every single month, so it's pretty good income. The next place where I made some money was on YouTube as well as content creation. I mainly did YouTube throughout 2021, started in January, and then started picking up on TikTok and Instagram Reels starting towards the end of the year in November and December. And I also did one sponsored video. I actually wasn't a huge fan of doing that sponsored video. I don't know why I did it. It kind of just seemed like a cool idea and I could get a quick $300, which wasn't too bad, but looking at it again, the rates probably should have been a little bit higher. So in total from ad revenue from YouTube, again, have it written down here, I was at $2,441.94. plus that $300 sponsor, so $2,771.94. And my YouTube ad revenue, once I started getting paid and was able to monetize this channel, was doing pretty well in April, getting somewhere between $20 to $30 a day. And then my views dipped quite a bit, and I was only getting around $1 to $5 a day. And then I've had a decent uptick come the end of December, and now I'm getting closer to $5 and $10 a day for ad revenue, which isn't too bad. Something that I'm hoping to make a little bit higher, obviously in 2022, while keeping this channel to grow. But I think side hustle of content creation is a good one for a lot of people if they want to eventually make a lot of money. I put a lot of effort into this channel. I'm pretty much break even right now, but I'm hoping that I'll start getting more and more money and it'll be far more lucrative than it was. The next place where I made some money would be from interest accounts as well as some dividends. So I made a little bit of money because I have my money in a Marcus Goldman Sachs account where I've been earning around 0.5% to 0.9%, depending on if you out there signed up to also utilize a Marcus Goldman Sachs through my referral link. I get a little bit of an extra yield for 3 months, but so do you if you sign up. So if you want to open one of those up, check out the description below. And I got around $260 in interest from that account, which is really nothing too much to brag about. And then the next place where I got some money was my cryptocurrency BlockFi account. That is a place where I keep my cryptocurrency so that it can earn some interest. Right now, in terms of crypto, if you're interested, I own some Bitcoin, mainly Ethereum, a little bit of Cardano, and I recently bought some Solana because I'm hoping to get involved in some Solana NFT projects this year. And that brought me about $547 in interest. Again, nothing crazy, but a little bit of money there. And then the last place was in my Vanguard investment account where I got some dividends, mainly from VYM, which is what I was mainly invested in, which would be Vanguard's high dividend ETF investment. And I would definitely recommend that if you want to invest in some ETFs. And that one brought me about $414.31, which again, nothing to write home about, but if you add all of those together, about $1,200, $1,300, not too bad from doing basically nothing, and that really is purely passive income. So I had to add it up on my phone, but my total for 2021 would be $210,887.70, which I don't think is too shabby. Again, gross income. My accountant will be the one handling everything and getting all of my expenses and taxable income out there. I have all of my expenses laid out, make it really easy for her, but this is just gross income. I don't know the total number. That's why I pay her to do all of that work and make sure that my taxes are done correctly. And in terms of other things that I want to do for income, as well as increasing my income, obviously always trying to increase the income streams that you already have. If you just have a bunch of income streams that are very, very small, it's kind of a waste even if they're diversified. I would always try to focus on making ones that you already have or your biggest ones even bigger. But I am hoping this year that more people will join my Patreon. I'll shout that out again. Would love to have you on there and help you reach some of your goals as well. and also push my coaching and group coaching a little bit more. I think it'd be very valuable for a lot of people. And I also want to try my hand at Airbnb with 2 Airbnb properties. The first one already being where I live because I have this detached garage that right now is kind of a big liability, but I could turn it into an in-law suite or an ADU, additional dwelling unit, and then rent that out for some extra income and have that completely cover the mortgage and far more. And I also want to utilize my second home loan where you can put 10% down and only have to stay in a property 14 nights of the year. And then when I'm not staying there, I can Airbnb that out. And lastly, I want to try my hand at some more digital products. So I want to do some more print on demand. And I also am interested in putting a course out there. I've said before on my YouTube channel, I'm not really interested in making courses because I think sometimes they're a big scam. But I've actually had a lot of people reach out to me, ask for a course because maybe they don't want to do the one-on-one coaching because it feels a little bit expensive, which is totally cool. So I've been putting this course together and it'll have about 16 or 17 modules in it and a lot of really good information, as well as my real estate investing calculator included in it. So hopefully that'll be out in the next month or two and it'll be able to be used by you out there. So that's all of my income from 2021. I would say it wasn't too bad of a year, but I'm always trying to grow and increase that stuff. And you're not looking at me here like I made millions of dollars and making it seem like it's so unreachable. Many of you out there can recreate a lot of the things I'm doing and probably do far better than I'm doing. And hopefully this gave you some good ideas. And go ahead, leave a comment down below what income streams you are trying to grow for 2022. Love to hear what people are attempting to pursue for this year. And don't forget to like the video as well as give a subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any tips on investing in real estate and anything that you can do with your money in order to build your wealth. And if you like me here, don't forget to check me out on Instagram as well as TikTok, where I make a lot of these videos but also in short form. So thanks again for watching, and more wealth is coming your way.